Hari Om and welcome to all the Atmajyotis, divine light of the self. There are few new people here. Welcome to you, Samata, and some of the others. I'm not. Yes, and let's start with the prayer. Om Narayana Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunataya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha Manojavam Marutatulya Vegam Jitendriyam Buddhimatam Varishtam Vatatmajam Vanarayuta Mukyam Shriramadutam Sharanam Prapadye. So, we have been contemplating on the Hanuman Chalisa, which is a bhakti grantha, bhakti rasa grantha, composed by Tulsi Jasji. Sri Tulsidas has been hailed as the Valmiki of this Yuga, Kali Yuga. That was the Treta Yuga Valmiki, and this is Kali Yuga Valmiki. And Tulsidas Ramacharita Manas is also as important as that Ramayana of Valmiki. There is, it is said that Valmiki's Ramayana is about Dharma, Rama as the Vidyaavaan Dharma, whereas Tulsi Ramayana is about Bhakti. Bhakti Rasa is more in Tulsi Ramayana. And so on the same lines, Hanuman Chalisa is all about Bhakti, Bhakti, Bhakti. Hanuman was the person, was the Devata who brought Rama to Tulsidas. So that's a beautiful story about that, how Hanuman was involved in that whole thing. Okay, so we will pick up from where we left off. I shall share the screen. Vidyaavaan gunee ati chaatura. That's where we were. We have to pick up from there. Yes. No, not this. Okay. We have done all this. If you haven't, please, you can catch up with the next. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is going somewhere. Huh. Atmajyoti. Okay. Please forgive me. There's some confusion here. Yes. So this is the Chowpai we were at. Vidyaavaan gunee ati chaatura Rama kaaja karibe aatura Prabhu charitra suni beko rasiya Rama Lakhan Sita mana basiya. Okay, who wants to share something about Vidyaavaan gunee ati chaatura? Who wants to do that? Kamal? Shweta? Yes. Yeah, right.
So pretty much what we're saying here is Hanuman is he's just not a strong guy, but he's also very smart with virtue, right? Intelligence with virtue is what he's here. Vidyaavaan gunee atu chaatura Rama kaaja karibe. So he pretty much he made it so easy for Rama to go fight this war against evil because he was sent first. He went, he took care of everything. He was such a good messenger that he was able to go into Lanka, vet it out, see what was going on, and then come back. And he even burned Lanka actually, right? And then he came back and then gave the updates to Rama to go back and take the whole, just not Rama, the whole army with him and go wage a war against Ravana and win and come back. So I think that's the gist of that Vidyaavaan gunee ati chatura. Ram kaaja karibe aatura. He's in fact whatever the god came here, Hanuman is like personified that by just going and representing God first before
Mm.
he could go and wage the war. So
Yes. Yes, Shweta. Right. Anybody else wants to pitch in? Why is he hailed as Vidyaavaan, Guni, Ati Chatura? So many adjectives. Tulsi Jasti uses these adjectives to describe Hanuman again and again and again. He goes on saying, Vidya Guna, Vidya Guna. Both of them are together in Hanuman. That is the critical point here. That's very critical. See, most of us, I would happily say, we have Vidya. Most of us have Guna. Very few have both. Would you agree or not? They have to go together. You can have Vidya, but if you are not a Sattvic person, the same Vidya can be used for harmful purposes. You can be a very Guni person, which is still better than just a Vidya person. A Gunavanta is much more useful to society than a totally just a Vidyavanta, isn't it? So here we have the combination of Vidya and Guna. Always, again and again and again, you notice that Hanumanji has been described as Guna and Jnana Guna Sagara. It starts like that. Jnana Guna Sagara. Both of them, Jnana and Guna, go together. Here again, he's saying Vidyavan Guni Ati Chatura. So, why is this Vidyavan stressed here and here again? So, some of the commentators say Hanuman took the Vesha of a Brahmana many times during the this Sundarakanda and during this Ramayana after he met Rama. Can you recall what are the occasions when he took Brahmana Vesha? Anyone? Anyone can recall? If you are free, please unmute and speak. Otherwise, no problem. So the first time, yes, Anu.
When he first saw Rama and Lakshmana before meeting Sugriva, that's when he turned into
Yes,
Brahmana and yeah.
that's the first occasion. And then, not sure, is it?
Yeah.
Thrice he took the Brahmana Vesha. One, like you said, when he met Rama and Lakshmana for the first time to assess them, check them out.
Right.
Yeah. And so when he met them, Rama was floored by his Vidya, Panditya. He was such a scholar in Sanskrit. And immediately Rama knew that this fellow is not an ordinary person. He is a Vidyavan. He's completely, he's well versed in all the Vedas and the grammar especially. I believe his speech was so beautiful. And then the next time he takes that Brahmana Vesha is when he meets Vibhishana in Lanka. So I think last time we recalled that he was touring the Lanka in the dead of the night and he saw a home with a little light and a tulsi plant in the front yard. And so he went inside and he saw Vibhishana there. So instead of appearing as a monkey, he took a Brahmana Vesha and he started singing Ramakatha. Because Vibhishana was chanting Ram, Ram, Ram. So that's how he made friends with Vibhishana. And he gave him a lot of gyan about what he should do. Because Vibhishana was in Dharma Sankta. What should I do now? My brother is an evil person. And he was not. Vibhishana was not. So that is another time he became a Brahmana Vesha. And then the last or, the next time is when he meets Bharata. So Rama is returning with in this Pushpaka Vimana with his Lakshmana and Sita, and then he sends Hanuman as an emissary because the 14 years were up. The last moment was almost up, and Bharata had said, "If you do not come, I shall enter into the fire. I shall, burn myself. I'll offer myself to fire." So to prevent that, Rama had sent Hanuman. Tell him, I'm coming. Wait, wait, wait. But Hanuman, being the Vidyavan that he is, he realized that if I go like this in my monkey Vesha, because there, Bharata didn't know of any of this. They didn't have any of the communication channels. They didn't have WhatsApp pictures, this is Hanuman, my friend is coming. No. So he took the Vesha of a Brahmana and then he spoke to Bharata. And the first words he uttered apparently is, Rama is coming. Not that wait, and all that. Immediately the most important message he gave first, so that it stops him from entering the fire. He was almost entering the fire. Rama is coming. Then he went on to say, wait, he is coming, that, this, and all that. The other stuff followed later. But the most important communication came first. That is Vidyaavaan. How to manage the situation, how not to alarm people. You know, so many things to be learned from Hanuman here. So Vidyaavaan. And then Guni, Vidyaavaan and Guni. Both Vidya and Guna are going together in all these instances. Ati Chatura. This is very, very interesting. Ati Chatura. It is not Chatura. Apparently, there's a distinction between Chatura and Chatura. Chatura is clever. Most very we come across many chaturas. Clever, clever like the I'm sorry, clever like the fox, wily. That is there. This is chaturya, not chaturata. Chaturya is different. That is that intelligence, how to handle a situation. So there are so many instances in the Ramayana which shows his chaturya. So let us go through these beautiful, all of us know these stories, but if you see them in context, we'll understand why Tulsi Jasji is calling him all these, hailing him, praising him with all these adjectives. Chaturya. So we know this instance. Oh, this is, yes, this is one chaturya he at Vidya. He Vidyaavaan, Guni, Ati Chatura. All these examples are for the same. What this episode is when Sugriva, that Vali Sugriva battle has been done, and then Sugriva happily forgets the promise he had given to Rama that I'll help find Sita for you. Sugriva was happily, established on his throne again. He was a monkey king, so he was happily enjoying, and he forgot all about it. Then Rama had a very hard time keeping Lakshmana. Arey, wait, he will come. I know he's a good man. He's going to come. Wait. But Lakshmana lost it one day. He said, nothing doing. I'm going to go and, so Rama said, okay, now you go. He told Lakshmana, go and tell Sugriva that Rama's arrow is still waiting. The same arrow that killed Vali is still waiting. That is the message you have to give Sugriva. And so Lakshmana storms out, from their little hut, and he goes towards Sugriva's palace. And Hanuman immediately knows that this is not going to be a, happy thing for his king, Sugriva. So immediately he goes to Sugriva and tells, look, I have been telling you not to do this, but see, now Lakshmana has come. He's furious. He's going to destroy all of us, And so what you have to do now is, you don't go and face him right now. You send Tara. That's what Hanuman told Sugriva. That is very intelligent. That is the only way Lakshmana's anger is going to come down. You don't go directly in front of his. It's like a red flag if he sees you. And so that's how Tara goes and tells Lakshmana and falls at his feet and says, please forgive my husband. He has he's taking a vacation. And now he's ready for action. And so that's how he tones down. Via Hanuman, Lakshmana's anger is toned down. That is the chaturya Hanuman displays at the right time. He's always loyal to his king, Hanuman. And then what is this episode is about? Yeah, that is when he meets Rama. That is fine. We know that. And this is when he meets Vibhishana again. As a Brahmin, he goes and counsels him. So that, you should cross over. You should come to Rama's side. You're a Rama Bhakta. What are you doing in this, Rakshasa's palace? And he counsels him and tells him about Dharma, Adharma, and all that gyan he gives him. Vidyaavaan, gunee, chaatura. And this is when he meets Bharata. So as a Brahmin only, he tells Bharata all that has happened and how his beloved Rama and, Bhabiji is coming. All that he says. Vidyaavaan, gunee, chatura, Rama kaaja karibe aatura. He's so eager to uh, do Rama's work. Rama's work. What is Rama Kaja? What was the main purpose of Rama's incarnation?
To
Dharma.
establish Dharma.
Ashte. That was the Dharma Sanstapana was the Rama Kaja. So he was very, very eager to do that. How did he do? Plenty of, his whole Hanuman's life is about doing Rama Kaja only. But some of the instances are very, very thrilling. Like, see, when all this southern team which had gone in search of Sita Mata, they were sitting at the shores of this Indian Ocean. And then they were at a loss. They didn't know what to do. They found out that Sita Mata is somewhere there across the ocean and one has to cross the ocean to reach her. And nobody is willing to do that. How to do it? How do you cross this ocean? There was no wherewithal. And so Angada said, I can fly. I can go. But I don't know if I can come back. I have the power to take the leap across the ocean, but I will not have the power to come back. I will not have the energy or I can't do it. Then like this, each and every Vanara gave up. I can go only half a mile like that. This is 100 yojanas or whatever, no? And so Jambavan, in the meanwhile, Hanuman is quietly sitting in a corner, Rama, 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 Rama. We know that, Hanuman had no idea of his powers. He had a curse as a child. Not a curse, it's a boon, curse which was actually a boon, that you will forget your powers. He had all the powers of all the devatas as a child, but since he was a baby, he didn't know how to use them and he used to play with his powers. So he was cursed that, you will remember your powers only when it is needed. So Hanuman was sitting quietly. He didn't even consider himself as a candidate to fly across the ocean and do all this. Then Jambavan, the wise old, veteran, he starts telling Hanuman that you are the one. You are born to do Rama Kaja. You are the chosen one. You can do whatever you want. You have these powers. He went on pumping Hanuman with all the positive reinforcements. And then when he starts listening to Jambavan, Hanuman gets more and more and more and more and enthused. Yes, I have to do. How can everyone sit like this without doing anything? It is our Ramachandra's work. I have to do it. Yes, if my Lord Rama wills, I can do anything. And so he becomes big, huge. He becomes as Jambavan goes on describing his powers, Hanuman becomes huge, huge. He becomes Parvatakara. He takes a huge form. He had all these powers, Anima, Lagima, Garima, Mahima, all these powers he had, no? So that means, metaphorically, he's full of confidence. And he just takes a leap across. Then he asked Jam, okay, now tell me what to do. I will fly across the ocean. Tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. And so Jambavan said, he gets so enthused that says, I will go. I will destroy everything. I will kill Ravana. I will take Sita Mata. I will come back with Sita Mata and all that. And then Jambavan again has to tone him down. Arey, don't do all that. You are just supposed to go, deliver the message of Ram, find Sita Mata, deliver his message and come back. Don't do any of the other stuff. So, in his enthusiasm to do Rama Kaja, he was willing to, and he was capable of doing everything that he declared. Single-handedly, he could happily go, accomplish all the work and come back with Sita Mata. But, of course, we know what happened next. So that is how he was, so that aaturata was there in him to do Rama's work. And then after taking the wise advice of Jambavan, he took a leap across the ocean, and his force was so much that the ocean, the waves got agitated. And so it was like a tsunami when he was flying across the ocean. That was the power, that was the enthusiasm, that was the energy he brought into his Rama Kaaja. And now a couple of many beautiful instances. I'm sure many of us know these stories. If you know the stories, please put up your hand and then you can narrate them yourself, because they are very, very interesting stories which we would want to tell our children. What happened when he was flying across the ocean? So many things, so many obstacles came. It's not easy, when you are going to do some good work. It's not easy. There are many, many things which come your way deliberately, engineered by the universe to test your mettle, isn't it? So in this yeah. So in this instance, is there any takeaway for us? I mean, this is a story that how Jambavan told Hanuman, and then Hanuman was very eager to do his work, and then he started all this story we have heard. But what is the takeaway for us from this little episode? In everything, there are layers and layers. So there is this Adi Bhautika, this is how it happened. And then there is Adhyatmika, the ocean, Hanuman became big, and then the ocean was agitated. And then there is Adi Daivika, all this is Adi Daivika, and then Adhyatmika. What is the message for me? Anything strike you, people? What is the message? Yeah.
Purnima ji, the thing is that suppose you are in, we are in certain situation where we'll become very enthusiastic of, doing certain things. During that time, you should be very subtle and you should work very smartly. That is what, I got through this.
Perfect. Perfectly said, Shweta. So in our enthusiasm, we might jump into some work without actually planning the whole thing, without actually knowing without being briefed. That is why briefing is very important before any work, whether in a corporate setup or in the army. You are briefed. Look, this is your task. These things you have to accomplish. And very, very clear division of, tasks are there. If there are more than a few people, there is division. You do this, you take care of these. That is how intelligently something can be achieved. So in our enthusiasm, we take some resolutions very, very, with great enthusiasm, especially in the onset of the new year, lot of resolution. I'll do this, I'll do that. We'll go and enroll in a gym. The gym fellow happily in 1 month he will make a lot of money, and then he will close and go also. He knows nobody will come back the next day or the next week, isn't it? So all this enthusiasm is fine, but it should be backed with viveka. We should have, from our past experience, we should know how things work out, and always take little, manageable bits. Even in our resolutions, we have to take decisions which we know we can handle. Otherwise, it's just, we'll start cursing ourselves only. I wanted to go wake up at Brahma Muhurta. I can't do it. You wake up for one day and then with great difficulty the second day, the third day. We know how it goes. So, especially for spiritual sadhana, is taking little bites, incremental increase in our sadhana is the best advisable. Whether you want to do pranayama, or you want to do meditation, or you want to engage in any other, spiritual work, better start small. If you haven't already, gotten there, start 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 1 minute, whatever, so that it is sustainable. So that is what one can understand here. Enthusiasm is fine, but can you achieve it? So that is what we can think about, derive from this. Viveka is every decision of ours has to be backed with Viveka. Considering which is doable, not doable, is this correct, is this okay, and consult the others. All that has to be done. Okay, then what else? When he starts flying across the ocean and the waves are getting agitated, such force, he generated such force. This is Hanuman. He is Pavana Putra. The wind itself is it's a storm has been raised. And then first he gets the first obstruction in the form of this mountain, Mainaka. Anyone knows this episode? People?
Yes, Purnimaji.
Yes, Shweta. Carry on.
So, this lady, she turned into, actually, she got a curse by, God, that, she'll be like a obstacle, like a hill. So, Hanuman, she tells that, if you have to cross this, you have to go in my, body and you should come back. So Hanuman is very smart. So what he does is he asks her, open your mouth. I'll enter your
Sorry,
body.
Shweta, this is the another one. This is the mountain
Surasa.
Mainaka Parvata.
Okay. I
Different.
know that story. I know that story.
Yeah. Anyone knows about this Mainaka Parvata?
Yes, Purnimaji.
Yes, Kamala.
So, Mainaka Parvata was delighted when he sees Hanuman coming out in his way.
Correct.
And he is telling the Hanuman that I am your Dashara, I'm your father's friend.
Correct.
And please accept my gratitude. Please be here, have your take some shelter, have some food, and then you take your you can go. Okay, he is telling. And how it happens is like earlier, all the mountains had wings and they could fly everywhere.
Correct.
So, because this was causing disturbance in the universe, Indra started cutting the wings of the mountains. And taking Vayu helps him to go under the sea and helps him hide there. So when he sees Hanuman, he is excited and he wanted to show his gratitude, and that's why he is offering this to Hanuman. Hanuman says that he accepts his gratitude, but he says that I am in I am in a mission, so I cannot take time, and so he just keeps his hand in the Mainaka Parvata and he goes away. So in such a way that he is not leaving his mission aside. At the same time, he is accepting the gratitude of Mainaka Parvata.
Perfect. That is what it is. So this Mainaka was so grateful to Pavana. So Vayuputra has to be, he should accept my Atithya. Poor fellow, such a huge ocean he has to cross. So let him take a little rest. It was very good attitude that Mainaka came up and said, please take my, rest on me for a while and go. But Hanuman, like Kamala said, just touches him. Thank you so much, but no thanks. And he carries on. Okay, we'll just tell the stories and then come back to the values, what it is for us.
Actually,
Yeah.
Purnimaji, it will cover in the next two Chowpais, right? Sukshma Rupa and Vikata Rupa.
Okay, we can take it then also, Kamala. No problem. So this is that Shweta. This is this story.
Yes,
So,
Purnimaji.
Heli.
She'll be like a Rakshasa. She'll tell that, you have to, enter my body. So Hanumana is very smart. He tells like, okay, I'll do that. Open your mouth, he'll tell. What he'll does is he'll shrink and he'll just enter once and he'll just come off. Then he'll tell that, see, you asked me to enter your body and I entered and I came out. So she will, admire his chaturyatana, like, so, you are, I'm so pleased that, you are such a, chatura person and so viveka you have. Then as she was cursed by the god, she turned into, that fairy and she'll go off.
Yeah. So this is another, like let Kamala explain it later. in the next Chowpai or at the end of the class if we are this thing. This Rakshasi's name is Surasa, right? Surasa. So he'll become big and he'll become small and he'll just enter the mouth and get away. And then it is the last obstacle that comes on his way when he is going to fly into Lanka. What is this? Anybody knows this? Again, I'm sure Kamala.
Hika.
Simhika. Simhika. So she is another demon who catches the shadow of the whatever the shadow is cast on the surface of the ocean. She catches the shadow and pulls that object. So that's how she used to catch birds flying and eat them. So Hanuman also looked like a bird to her, and she caught the Hanuman's shadow and started pulling. And so we'll see the implications of all these when we go ahead. So Rama kaaja karibe aatura. So none of these things mattered to him. He was able to overcome all the obstacles and go to do that Rama kaaja. Then, this is another episode which is so cute. Anyone knows this story? This is Rama who is yawning. Ramachandra who is yawning. A very cute episode. So this is another Rama Kaja that he did. So if no one knows, I'll narrate the story. So after all this thing is done, the Ramayana is done, Rama is back, his Pattabhisheka Rama Pattabhisheka is done. Nirmala ji is here, I don't know. So what happens is, everything is peaceful right now. There's no Ravana in the picture. Sita Mata is happily, established as the queen of Ayodhya. Then all the jobs that Hanuman, as usual, is engaged in. Yeah.
Purnima,
Yeah.
before you go far ahead, see, 4 directions, all the people went searching. Nobody had any clue. Then how did they get the clue?
Yes.
That is a missing link which we have not yet discussed.
Fill it up, yeah.
So they came to the start of the ocean when up above in the mountain, there was a bird. It flew, as a child, it had flown very near the sun, and his wings had gotten burnt.
Okay.
So all his life, he couldn't fly.
Who, that bird? Okay.
He is Sampati, brother of Jatayu.
Right.
So he was sitting there and he said, wow, he's a vulture. Wow, a lot of food, because it has been a long time since he ate. He eats only the people who come on his way.
Right.
Because he can't go anywhere. So he said, wow, lot of food. He saw all the monkeys and the bear and all. Wow, lot of food. He was calculating. And suddenly he hears the word, they were discussing and they were talking. Rama's work we are going. Oh, it was Jatayu who gave an idea that Ravana took Sita away. The moment he heard his brother's name, he got so excited. That is when he called them and told them, Ravana has taken her only this direction. He is across this ocean. That information was given by Sampati. After that, all that continued. All that you people already discussed. So this is the clue was gotten by Sampati. All other monkeys which went north, west, south, the only one set got the information. to
Sadran.
Sampati. This was this Hanuman, Angada's set.
Correct.
So now they took steps to go ahead.
Correct.
So now the next stage is, what were you asking? You were asking something when
Rama
suddenly
was yawning. Yeah, episode of Rama yawning. Do you know about that?
no.
Okay. And also about this Sampati, as he comes to, as he hears his Jatayu's, name, and then he starts helping this southern team with all the clues. I believe his wings started growing back. Sampati's wings started growing back. So that was the power of Rama Nama and Rama Kaja. Sampati was helping in Rama Kaja, so his wings also grew back. That is the legend. Okay. Now, this is about another Rama Kaja that Hanuman took over, which is very, very cute. So, after the Patabhisheka, all the duties were done by Hanuman. He was taking care of Rama from morning till night, leaving no room for Sita, Lakshmana, Bharata, and Shatrughna to do anything for their brother. So Sita Mata said, okay, Hanuman has done so much already. Let him rest. Let us have a chance to serve our Lord Rama. So she took over and she allotted duties to all the brothers and herself. And there was nothing for Hanuman to do. She said, okay, Hanuman, now you rest. You have done enough, Baba. Okay, you have taken care of all of us. So you rest. Now we will serve Rama. And so Rama was okay. Rama gave a little smile and said, okay, fine, you guys do whatever you want. And Hanuman was, he was so agitated. What is this? I am left out. He had nothing to do. And his beloved Rama is there and he is simply sitting there doing nothing. He was so he went and requested Rama, look, this is not fair, okay? I have come all the way to Ayodhya to be by your side and serve you. There's nothing for me to do. You give me some duty. Rama said, you go and ask mother. She is the one who's in charge of this, She's the home minister. You go and ask her. And so Hanuman goes and tells Sita Mata, please give me something to do. So she said, no, you have done enough and all that. Then Hanuman runs back to Rama and says, no, I have to do something, Baba. I cannot sit like this. Then he only comes up with a solution. Hanuman himself comes up with a solution. He says, look, when you're yawning, there is nobody to do this chitki, snapping the fingers. See, that was the habit among elders in the family, if you have noticed. When they yawn, they do this. They snap their fingers. And it was and probably is a belief that if you don't snap your fingers while you're yawning, your lifespan will come down. Some nonsense. And so Hanuman said, I'm going to do this chutki bajana when you're yawning. Rama said, okay. And so he only assumed his duties, and whenever Rama yawns, he said, Prabhuji, don't lift your hands. I will do it. And so he would go like this. That was so irritating for everyone because you never know when Rama is going to yawn anytime. So Hanuman would never leave Rama's side at all. More than the others who were, assigned duties for Rama, this Hanuman was always by Rama's side. And previously he was always look at Rama's feet. Now he is looking at Rama's face and enjoying himself and doing this chutki bajana. Huh? So this was very funny. And then night also he won't leave. He'll go to the Antapura and he will sit there. You never know when my Lord Rama will yawn. And so Sita Mata says, Are Bapre, please leave us alone. At least give me some privacy. And she says, look, okay, I will not stay in the room, but I will stand outside. Outside the door. You never know when Rama starts yawning, you call me, I'll come and do this. So he stands outside Rama's, Rama and Sita's door. And this Rama is feeling bad for his devotee. Arey, poor fellow. We are sleeping and that fellow is standing there. We doesn't know what to do. And Rama, look at his love for his devotee. Then Rama starts yawning. And he goes on chutki bajani. Whole night, Rama yawning and this fellow is doing this outside the door. So then This is not stopping only this jugalbandi between, Lord and his devotee. And so the next morning, hurriedly, so Vasishtha is called, the Guru is called and said, look at this, we don't know what to do with this pair. They are just taking us all for a ride, And so Vasishtha says, Are Bapre Hanuman, you please stop this chutki bhajan. As long as doing this, Rama will go on yawning. Because he doesn't want to disappoint you and you don't want to leave his duties. So please stop. They all request Hanuman, Are Bapre, to stop this. Only when you stop doing this, Rama will stop yawning. So that's what happened. And then they all realized we cannot take Hanuman out of the equation of Rama's life at all. And then they said, Are Bapre, you please do whatever you wanted to do. We will not come in your way, Hanuman Bhaiya. You take care of your Lord. So that was how Rama kaaja karibe aatura. What do you understand? What's the lesson for us from this particular yawning episode? Any thoughts? What does it strike you? Hmm? It is not just a
He completely surrenders to Rama.
correct. That's always there. Yes, he surrenders to Rama. And the duty, what he's taken it up, no, he does it without
Yes.
time or anything.
Yes.
At the fullest of his effort. 24/7, he is on duty. No rest. Correct. And then
I understand this as an awareness, Purnimaji, always being aware of the consciousness.
correct. He's always aware of Rama. He is always aware of himself. Very beautiful, Kamala. That's a very lovely insight. I am so aware of myself. Rama is me, Chaitanya. Isn't it? Very beautiful. That is also true. He's always aware of himself. And another thing you can say is that duty of this chutki bajana, such a trivial thing. Would I be happy if I'm I'm a very important lieutenant in the army of Rama and will I be happy? I was the commander in chief. And now I'm given the duty of doing this. Will I be happy? I don't think so. I said, what nonsense. I have held so and so positions. I was a commander in chief. I, took the army to these heights and these lengths, and I won the war for you. And now you are giving me such a trivial job? No. Any little thing I am willing to do for Rama. That was his attitude. Anything will do, but I want to do. How many of us can go to that extent to serve the Lord? Even little children, when they are when a school play is happening, everyone wants to be the hero or heroine, wants the main role. Isn't it? That is how quickly the ego matures even in little children. And look at this Hanuman. Look at his humility. Look at his Rama kaaja ka aaturata. Huh? That was what Hanuman did. Any little thing, but I want to serve the Lord. Nothing is trivial as when you are doing something as seva, nothing is trivial. That much we have to understand. And any little thing is going to please the Lord. He was so happy. Rama was so happy. Rama was eager to please Hanuman to the extent that he went on yawning so that he can have some job. Look at that. That is how our Prabhuji also does the same, I would say. He will go to any lengths to, help us do seva. Any little thing he will encourage. Do this, do this, do this. That is how a Guru-Shishya relation has to be. And another thing, Hanuman didn't wait to be given a job. He said he appointed himself. He volunteered to do something. That is also another lesson for all of us. You don't wait to be given in any situation. Just tie up your dupatta or sari and get on to the job. Don't wait. Just go and do. Don't wait to be invited. Don't wait to be allotted. If you are able to give that squirrel story is there, Anila Seve, you can do any little thing, just go and do. That is Ramakaja. That's what it is there in it for us. Okay. Rama, kaaja, karibe, aatura. And then Prabhu charitra sunibeko rasiya, Rama, Lakhan Sita, basiya. We can finish this Chowpai also. So, what is this Prabhu charitra? Sunibeko rasiya. He is very, very eager to listen to Prabhu charitra. What is charitra? Charitra means history. And then there are Prabhu's leelas also. What is the difference between the leela and the charitra? Any thoughts? Krishnas, no, we call them as leelas. Charitras. Charitra is there and leela is there. Any difference? Can you think of any difference? So, it is said that the leela...
Srimaji, charitras means the characteristic of Lord.
Charitra means the
The different characters what the Lord holds.
Okay. Okay. And leela is?
Leela is basically, they play something.
Okay.
Like how Krishna plays so many pranks or, so many leelas on everybody like that.
Yeah. Okay.
I
That's
feel Rama Charita is an ideal, the ideal characteristic of human beings. What human beings should always ideally look up to. Whereas Krishna's Leela is it's through
fine.
entertainment.
More divine.
It's
Yeah,
through
yeah.
it's through fantasy.
Okay. You're right. Both of you are right. So charitra is basically the simple translation of charitra is history. So this is this Ramayana is about the story of Lord Rama. How, what happened. And the purpose of Rama Avatara is to set a example for us, mere mortals, how to behave in society. Dharma. Ramaha Vigrahavan Dharmaha. Isn't it? So his whole basic purpose was to set an example for humanity. This is the how we should conduct yourself in any situation. This is Rama ka charitra hai ye. This is Prabhu charitra. So how Rama, what Rama did, where he went, what did he do? All this is Rama's charitra and how he behaved, how did he respond to this situation? Prabhu charitra. Whereas Leela is only an avatar can do. This charitra everybody can emulate, try to emulate. Leela we cannot do. Leela can only be done by an avatar. We cannot do Rasa Leela. Only Krishna can do Rasa Leela. Isn't it? All the other divine games that, Krishna plays, they're all Leelas. They are not Charitra. That cannot be emulated by ordinary people. The only thing you can emulate what Krishna gives as advice is through the Bhagavad Gita. That you have to do. That is for you, the human being. So Prabhu Charitra Suni Beko rasiya. Rasiya is he's so eager that rasa is there. He gets a rasa when he listens to Ramakatha all the time. And so there's a legend that wherever Ramakatha is happening, Hanumanji is present. Haven't we all heard that? And there are some instances where this famous Upanyasakara like Bananje Govindacharya, which is there, whenever he used to talk of Ramakatha, there used to be an empty chair put for Hanumanji. And it is said that chair, when you put it there, it is just a chair, and when the Ramakatha is going on, when you try to lift it, it's heavy. Meaning Hanumanji is sitting there in the Sukshma Rupa. He is there, and even see that is why he didn't go with Rama. He didn't go to Saketa Loka with Rama when everyone left. He said, "No, I'm going to be here." Or Rama has said, "You be here," and he was very happy that in Kali Yuga, Rama Katha will happen until the mountains and seas are there. Ramakatha will go on, and I want to listen to Ramakatha. That is what it is, Suni Beko Rasiya. What is this difference between that rasa you get? That rasa is very important word here. Rasa.
1 minute, Purnima.
Okay.
So when Rama left for the heaven, take his position as Narayana, all the people
Ah,
joined him
sorry.
and they also accompanied him.
Ah,
When it came to Hanuman's this
hmm,
thing,
hmm,
he asked,
hmm,
come along, Hanuman, you
hmm,
also. He said, okay,
hmm.
what happens there in the heaven?
Ah,
He said, yes, we are all happy there. We this thing. We spend our time in a very jolly manner and all. Okay,
hmm,
there will be Ramayana chanted?
hmm.
No. Will there be some, bhajans sung? No.
Hmm.
Oh, those are earthly things.
Yeah.
So then Hanuman said, oh no, I'm not interested in going with you. I will stay back here and I'll continue to be hearing your kathas
Yes.
and I will be present in every katha. I
Yes.
will be present in every bhajan.
Yes.
That is why we put a seat. In
Hmm.
the seat,
Hmm.
even though it is invisible,
Hmm.
Hanuman comes and sits. That is the,
Rupadhari.
uh,
Hmm.
that's what they say.
Okay. Yes. Perfect. Thanks, Nirmala, for filling up. Really. So, what makes Hanuman be present in every Rama? Yeah, it's a story I've heard. You start telling Ramayana story to your child. She says, I know this. Okay. That means there is no rasa in that. It is a known story. But when you start getting rasa, that is when it enters me. That is why in Vedanta, in this bhakti especially, Vedanta and bhakti, in the Navada bhakti, there are 9 types of bhaktis. The first one is Shravana. Very first one is Shravana. What is this Shravana? Not just listening. Listening with the whole being. Completely. All the 5 senses are geared towards that listening. That is called Shravana. We also do Shravana. How? They are listening. Hands are doing some other work. Eyes are looking at something. Sometimes three screens are open. Mobile is there, computer is there, TV is on. That is not Shravana. Shravana is when with complete concentration, body, mind, soul is integrated and you're listening. That is Shravana. That is how Hanuman used to listen to Ramakatha. When that happens, what happens? Rasa will come. See, other rasa, another
Who is the other person who listened like that?
quiz time. Who is the other person who listened like that? Parikshit, right?
Correct.
Parikshit Maharaj during Bhagavata. Very correct.
Yes.
Yeah. So Parikshit Maharaj is called the Mukhya Shrota of Srimad Bhagavatam. So Shukadev Maharaj was Shukadeva was the narrator of the Bhagavata Katha. And Parikshit was the Mukhya Shrota. Of course, the entire Samuha, the Rishi Samuha, everyone, Devatas and Rishis, everyone came to listen to the Bhagavata. But Parikshit was the one who listened to it, the Mukhya, the main person. And so Shukadeva, in the middle, he tells Parikshit, Are Bapre, go and have some water and come. You take a break. What does the Parikshit say? Look, I have a curse that I will die only after 7 days. That is Takshaka's curse. So nothing is going to happen to me. I am not going to die of hunger or thirst. Let us not take a break. You please continue. That is what Parikshit says. That is Shravana. That is how one should use Shravana. So that is a rasa. Rasa is another word for rasa is vasana. You can say vasana. When you develop a vasana for something, you do it happily, you do it spontaneously, you do it joyously. When I have a rasa for cricket, wherever I am at work also, I'll check my mobile for the score. I'll check it on the computer. One window will always be open to check what is happening. So that is how we develop a rasa into something. So the best rasa to develop is, of course, satsanga. That is why it is very important. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. Continuously one is engaged in all these three, the rasa will come. And then what happens when the rasa comes? Rama, Lakhan, Sita, Manu, basiya. Rama, Lakhan and Sita will enter me when I have the same rasa for Rama Katha as Hanuman. Rama, Lakhan, Sita, Manu, basiya. So this is, he is listening to Rama Katha. Wherever he is either singing Rama Katha or listening to Rama Katha. And that Shravana is also another important why people are not eager to listen. Immediately we want to respond, isn't it? That is a human habit. When somebody is talking to me, I'm immediately forming a response in my head. Next he'll say this, I'll have to say that. No. Complete open-minded listening is what is important in any effective communication. We have to learn that from Hanumanji. Just keep quiet and listen. When the other fellow is speaking, give full attention. Listen. Then only you will be able to respond, intelligently. Don't be in a hurry to give your opinion over there. And you need not have an opinion on everything, Baba, in the first place. It's okay. That is what it is. Shravana is very important. And then Rama, Lakhan, Sita, Manu, basiya. That means Rama, Lakhan and Sita had entered his heart. And basana, not rehna. That there's a difference in the words that Tulsidas ji has chosen that word basiya. Basna means to reside there permanently. Basera, this is my residence. Rehna is okay. When you're traveling, you stay in a, some guest house and you come back. No, ye basna hai. He just resides in their hearts. They reside in his heart and he is residing in their hearts. Rama, Lakhan and Sita. He had done so much for them. His life was dedicated to Ram, Lakhan and Sita. So he was, he just stayed there. What else about? That is when Bhagwan enters the heart. Rama, Lakhan and Sita, what do they represent? There's another metaphorical adhyatmika meaning for this. Anyone knows? What does Rama, like Kamala said, yes, Rama is the, consciousness. Jnana, you can say Rama is Jnana. What is Lakhan? What is Lakshmana? If Rama is Jnana, what is Lakshmana? Any thoughts?
Adi Sheshama.
Sorry, that is Adi Daivika. Adi Daivika is Rama is Narayana and Lakshmana is this one, Adi Shesha. Adhyatmika meaning alli, Rama is consciousness, Atma. Lakshmana is Vairagya, detachment. Okay? And Lakshmi, this Sita Devi is Bhakti. So, Jnana, Vairagya, Bhakti, they always go together. So, in Hanuman's heart, there's always Jnana, Bhakti, Vairagya. Mere Jnana, okay, good. But without Vairagya, the Jnana is lame. Okay, I know that eating too much sweet is not good for diabetics. And I'm a diabetic. I know that. But if I don't have the Viveka and Vairagya, Lakshmana represents Viveka and Vairagya. If I don't have that Viveka, I will not listen to my wisdom. I will go on eating sweets. So, that Jnana has to be backed by Viveka and Vairagya. And Vairagya coupled with Jnana, not just Vairagya by itself also is blind. Like, when I'm sick, I have Vairagya for food. That is not a lasting Vairagya. It is just generated out of circumstance. But that Vairagya, that dispassion which comes along through my life because of Viveka, means Jnana, that is the lasting thing. That is what is going to help me, isn't it? So, Jnana, Vairagya, Viveka, Vairagya, and of course, Sita Mata is Bhakti, devotion. So, all these three together, and Hanuman represents Seva. So this picture, whenever we see next this picture of Rama, Lakhan, Sita and Hanuman, let all these things come to our mind. This is Jnana, Bhakti, Vairagya and Seva. It's a package deal. For what? For our ultimate Rama Kaja, which is Atmano Mokshartham Jagat Hitaya Cha. Okay? So for today, we can close here. Any thoughts, please share. Then we can, in the next class, we can go ahead with the next Chowpai. Any thoughts, people, about whatever we shared today?
Thank you so much, Purnima, especially the Rama, Lakhan, Sita. Rama, Lakhan, Sita, basiya, that parallel that you gave. I mean, it's so laden with meaning. Every day, all of us, I'm sure, just chant. And now, from now onwards, it's going to have a very deeper impact, a much deeper impact. Thank you so much for that Jnana Bhakti Vairagya parallel. And Kamala, the thing that you gave, your perception about whatever you said, right? That of that story, the yawning story. Also, that one has to be always aware of oneself, the true self, the awareness of the true self.
Yes.
That is also a very, very beautiful parallel that you gave.
Correct.
Completely aware. Thank you so much.
Yes. Right.
Wonderful session. Thank you.
And
my mother also wants to convey the same. She was also, she just returned from a week-long tour to Rajasthan last night, but she wanted to convey through me that she listened to it and very grateful for the session. Thank you.
Jai Bajrangbali.
Jai Bajrangbali.
Right. All right, we'll meet next week, and more about Rama Kaja. Kamala is going to explain, because those stories, the three obstacles, they are laden with meaning for us. Adhyatmika meaning, lot is there. We'll unravel that as we go along, and of course, Nirmala will pitch in at the right moment and fill us in with all the essential, things. Okay. All right. Om. Asato ma sadgamaya, tamaso ma jyotirgamaya, mrutyormam amrutam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.